come to the show. Ultimate Fighter Show might make your stereo blow. Like a pistol out of your window. Travis is lost up control. Tap it or scrap it, baby. My college is UFC. By the transfer to MMA, whooping ass like I'm working on my third degree. Gonna get it to some hardcore-ish.
Well, you know, Gerald, you get the call, you know, after having fought, and I've read a couple interviews and stuff of yours, and you know, it sounded like you said that you weren't really sure. It was around Christmas time or something. You weren't really sure what was going to happen next in your life.
Well, I had a fight. I was set to fight Travis Lutter, and Travis Lutter got injured, so that fight was pretty much all the way off. So I told the guy, take me off the card. I don't want to fight a replacement. I said, I only want to fight guys that's from the UFC. So we were going to head to Canada and try to fight Dallas Latex, whoever we could from the UFC. We were trying to fight Paul Ofino, but they told us to wait till April. And, I mean, I was just sitting there broke. Couldn't even give my kid Christmas presents. Yeah. And UFC called maybe 2 days later, and they were saying that they needed a replacement for for Tim Cordura. And I was like, man, this is a blessing. But I was still broke. I mean, I was still financially struggling to where I couldn't even afford the medicals for the fight. Mm-hmm. So there was a moment of excitement, but I was like, man, look where I'm at. I'm in the UFC. I can do this. But the reality of it was, I was like, damn, I can't even get my blood test. I don't have $125 for my blood test. You know what I'm saying? So thank God I have good friends. I got a good support system, and you know, I paid everybody back after my fight.
No, but go ahead.
No. What I was saying was that there's too many times where, and that's how you can tell who really wants this, man, and who really wants to live this life, because it's not for everybody. There's too many times where I've had to spend so much money on, you know, $3,000 on all my medicals that I need to get for a fight, have a fight win, and only win $3,000.
Yeah.
I mean, so you pretty much, when it comes down to it, in the end, for the majority of us, we end up fighting for free. Like, we end up doing this for free because it costs so much in order to prepare for it. It costs so much in order to be ready and in top form that when you win back everything that you spent.
You know what's real uncomfortable with me, and Pat, you may agree, it's like, I know it's legal and they do it, but they post how much money you make on the internet, like every website.
Yeah, that's something that I'm not quite sure exactly why they do that yet. But after my last fight, that was probably one of the worst things that could happen.
I got complete strangers walking up to me like, yo, I heard you got the bonus. I'm like, whoa. It's weird. It's a little uncomfortable. People you don't know, people you barely know telling you, yeah, I seen what you made on this website and this website. It's like, whoa, man. You see your check from your job.
Yeah, you know, the thing about it is they do release it. It's something that the commissions will release because it's just, I don't know why it's public record, but it is. And all anyone has to do is just email them and ask for it, and it's all that, you know, there it is.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to dodge your family whenever they know how much money you make. It's real hard.
Especially you start finding out new family members. All of a sudden,
your cousin that work at Walmart, all those people, yeah.
And I got in touch with everybody I went to high school with, and see if you can beat this one. I heard from my first grade girlfriend when I was 6 years old, bro.
Oh, no. Yeah, you got me. Mine was from the 4th grade.
And then she's saying, I haven't stopped thinking about you. And I was like, God damn. 20,
yeah, like in the past 48 hours.
24, man, we should get married.
I bet if you was homeless, she wouldn't write you that.
Nobody. I didn't have no family or friends after I lost to Tim Hag. No, I didn't.
That's how it is. Yeah. You know what's funny is, you ever notice after you whoop somebody's ass, everybody wants to shake your hands, take pictures, and get autographs, but if you lose, like they look at you like you got the flu. It's like they walk around you.
After I lost to Tim Hag, I'm walking through the hallway, and 4 girls in these little bitty dresses walked up and asked me if I could take a picture. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I put my bag down, and they handed me the camera.
Oh. That's dirty.
Picture of them. I was like, oh, you're right. I took a picture of like from their neck on down or something like that, but I messed the whole picture up.
Well, I've had people think I was somebody else. That's the worst one, too.
Hey, everybody look at the rock. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Well, I never thought I was the man, but I remember after the Ultimate Fighter show, everybody was like, hey, are you? And I'd be like, yeah, you know, from the Ultimate Fighter. So I felt real dumb. I was at the hospital, and they were like, hey, man, I know you. And I was like, yeah, from the Ultimate Fighter. I was like, nah, from high school, man. What the hell are you talking about? I felt dumb as hell. I was like, oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I've never heard somebody squeal from getting punched in the head, but body shots, yeah, you hear some of the funniest noises in the world. It sounds like a hyena with asthma.
Hey, man, I've been in the ring with people, man, and we've had fights where somebody will land a really good, and you can see this in kickboxing matches all the time. Somebody will land a massive low kick, and both guys will back up and then high five each other because they know it was a good one.
No, I'm cool on that.
Hit you so fast, yeah, you have to hit them and then back up and sit there and look at them like, come on, tell me it was a good, and they will
y'all can call me dirty. Y'all can call me dirty, but all that high fiving during the fight, I'm gonna sucker punch you. I'm just gonna warn you right now. So if anybody that's a fighter out there and they're listening, if you try to high five me during the fight, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm just letting you know.
At the beginning of the fight.
We're not gonna get in a scramble and I get up and smile and high five you. I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna act like I'm gonna high five you and I'm just gonna punch you. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I think it was Pete Sell was fighting Scott Smith and they were like just kicking it during the fight. Yeah. They're like high fiving and hugging and come on, come on. I was like, no, that's not how I do it.
And that was always fun. It's kind of weird, though, that at the very end of your IFL career, things just didn't quite work out between you guys, you and the IFL to kind of get the title around your waist. Can you kind of take us through that? What happened there?
Well, recapping and all that, it was just some contract issues. They wanted me to keep fighting for not very much money like I had then. You know, I gave them guys 9 fights. And 8 fights was in a 1-year period of time.
Yeah, that's a lot.
From September to September, I fought 8 times. With my last fight, fighting and beating Rico Rodriguez on a 3-day notice. So I did a lot for him. I always stepped up for him, and it was kind of like, okay, payback time. You guys made a lot of promises. You said, we're starting this thing at the ground floor. Kind of build us up, fight hard, put on good fights, and, we're going to take care of you. Well, when it came time to take care of me, it was more like a slap in the face and more of a, well, you got to fight. What are you going to do otherwise? And it was kind of like the management kind of laughed at him like, are you serious? We have basically every organization is offering him a contract right now. Like, are you guys serious? And they were kind of like, they were just not, you know what I mean? Okay, Kurt Otto, no problem. Like, he started the whole thing, and I enjoyed my run in the IFL, but he was an architect. He was never an MMA, like, whatever. He was more of a fan, a giddy little kid fan that got that position and just was throwing money away in all the dumbest ways possible. And I knew where the money was going, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. We're the ones making this thing happen. Why don't you start taking care of some of us? And,
well, that's obvious. I mean, you're getting ready to fight Crow Cop, who's a legend. I mean, it's not like you're backing down from anyone. I mean, the UFC is giving you no favors. They really must, think a lot to be able to put you in there with some pretty tough guys. How do you break down the fight with Crow Cop?
It's an opportunity for me to go out and show why they're putting me up against these guys. I mean, my training partners and coaches will tell you why. I mean, they know. It's now just time for me to go out and show the rest of the world why. It's not just the fact that I've been doing this a long time. See, I went out there and said that it didn't matter, and that's how I fought my first fight. Against Kane, I acted like a newbie. I really didn't fight very well. I wasn't very happy with myself at all. And this fight, I got to go out and fight like a guy that's been doing this for 10 years. I got to go out and fight like a guy that's 30-7 with 18 knockouts of my own, and show everybody just how well versed I am. And in one fight, I can answer a lot of questions. So. That's basically what it comes down to, and how the fight's going to break down. I'm not into predictions. I don't do. Never claim to be
a Pat Barry of predictions.
Yeah, I said it. But regardless of that,
Finn Rothwell by round 1 mashing.